What's up, everybody? New Queens of the Stone Age, Mo
yeah,
to
dude.
the foe.
Got another cover for it. Because that's all it came with was covers.
Yeah. I don't really get the whole cardboard sleeve cover that looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson did that on Holy Wood, and I was like, that's a stoner riff from hell. This song is called Keep Your Eyes Peeled. How long has it been since the Queen of the Stone Age album, dude?
2007.
2007.
This is the best Queens I've heard in a long, or actually the best I've heard of Josh Homme in a while.
Really?
I mean,
Because in between this and the last Queens, he's done Crooked Vultures and...
the last one was a death metal from what I know, but he's produced Arctic Monkeys and done a couple things behind the background or behind the studio. But I read something that he had like a surgery on his knee or something.
Yeah, I read that too.
2010.
And he thought about quitting music because he couldn't hear music in his head after that.
Because he went into they said that he died.
Yeah, he died for like 3 fucking minutes, man.
And he woke up the
I'm
next
glad
day.
he fucking stayed alive or
And
came
he didn't know
back.
if he wanted to do it, and then the band members were just like encouraging him to come back to the studio.
So far, I really like how slow and stony this song is, man. I like that. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, we got into Queens of the Stone Age a little late in the game.
I liked him when Songs for the Deaf came out. I just never bought the album.
We'd hear songs on the radio, and we'd rock out to it, but we just never got around to buying them. Then one day, he bought some Queens, and he brought it over here. It was about 5-6 years ago, and I was like, damn.
A year after Era Vulgaris came out.
Okay, so maybe 2008.
And that was the first one I bought, was Era Vulgaris.
And we were fucking hooked, man. I was
it's their weakest album too, but I was hooked on that.
I was like, shit.
In my opinion, Era Vulgaris is their weakest one.
I don't really remember. That's the only one. I don't have that one or the self-titled.
Self-titled's badass.
Alright, so this next song is I Sat by the Ocean.
This song's badass. When I
That
first heard
sounds like
this,
classic Queens.
when I first heard this though, I was like, this reminds me of like a 1970s movie or some shit. Like a dude's getting out of a car, he's in his tight ass blue jeans, got his glasses on, his sports car, fucking Camaro, some shit.
But so far, there isn't any Queens of the Stone Age that I don't like.
And I like that this album is just like all their others, that it has like a whole shitload of guest stars on it.
Yeah, we got Trent Reznor on here. We got freaking Elton fucking John. Elton John with Queens of the Stone Age.
He does vocals on one track and he plays piano on the last track.
Funny thing about it is, Elton John hit Josh Homme up and said, hey man, can I be on your album? Because you have everything but a real queen on your fucking CD. And I'm like, that's hilariously cool. Love some Elton John, man. Some of Elton John. Not all of him.
And I like how he pushed his vocals more on this album. I mean, he's always been one to do a lot of falsetto with changing his
Yeah, it's almost a deeper falsetto on here.
Yeah. And he does it in every fucking song.
That rocks, man. So far, this is about average Queens. This is The Vampire of Time and Memory.
I like this one.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it a lot, but I actually listened to it only once. It's not my first listen. I still need to let it digest. You've been listening to it since you fucking
I've
bought it.
heard this album maybe 3 times all the way through.
But I love this.
This is a badass song.
Turn this up a little bit.
This is the first Queens to have piano as the main thing going on in the song.
Yeah, I love the prominent piano that is
They have
loose on this
always
album.
had piano. Queens have always had piano, but
Not as prominent.
not the main or the lead instrument.
Yeah, it's always sort of just been background stuff.
Yeah.
But this is so vast and lonely. And then that synthesizer,
Fucking beautiful.
it really just sets the fucking mood crazy.
This is their old drummer, Joey Castillo or some shit. How do you say it? He got fired. I don't know why he got fired. I didn't read up on that.
It's a definite joint passer, y'all.
And I love how it doesn't get really any harder than this, really.
Yeah, there's like one
chill.
song that I know that's really fast. I think it's The Sun. Yeah, My God is the Sun. That's like the fastest song on here.
That's the one that has it kinda has that classic Queen sound, the da 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 da.
Yeah, it's got the robot guitars, man. It's just dark, man. I love how they don't feel like they have to be heavy.
Yeah. And you know, the song "If I Had a Tail" was when the album is always changing its mood through each song. That's why each song is a joy to listen to, because it's different. But when I heard "If I Had a Tail," it had a big the sound that they achieved on Them Crooked Vultures. It kind of had that same chemistry between Josh and Dave Grohl.
So this is If I Had a Tail.
Yeah.
If I had a tail, I'd swing it around. If I had a tail, I'd probably fuck somebody with it. I dig this. Dun, dun. That's just got a cool walking song feel, man.
I like that.
It's just a drive slow song, dude. But Josh Homme is a fucking genius. I love how they got popular. I love how they got noticed. The Generator Parties from Palm Desert, Fu Manchu, fucking Caius, man. I love all those freaking bands. This to me is like one of the best 90s bands.
Late 90s.
Yeah, late 90s, about 96. They came out when like good 90s music was dying.
Queens of the Stone Age. The first one came out in 98.
98, yeah, so
They weren't.
I wish I knew about it then, man.
They had that one album, Rated R, come out in 2000, and they really didn't gain. I would say gain major success until Songs for the Deaf came out.
True that.
And I think what was pushing that was it was kind of like a super group.
I love this solo.
Because it was like Caius coming together, the guy from Screaming Trees, and the drummer from Nirvana. That was a supergroup album. Either way you look at it, that's a...
It's like a it's like a stoner desert supergroup CD. It's like, check out the Desert Sessions. That's some of the best shit you'll ever hear Josh Homme and all those desert people do. Gene Ween's on one of the Desert Sessions, man. Gene fucking
He
Ween.
played piano on In My Head, but back then it was called In My Head or something.
This is My God is the Sun. The one I said is like the fastest.
Yeah. And I want to point out that
I love the Spanishy feel.
This is the only Queens of the Stone Age album that doesn't feature a song from the Desert Sessions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this is like the hardest, fastest track.
As far as I know, it doesn't. But if
It's
it
like-
does, go ahead and let us know. Because from my knowledge, it doesn't feature any songs from the Desert Sessions.
It's like the album starts off slow and stony, then it gets a little frantic right here.
I like this song.
Yeah, so far I dislike none of these tracks. Buy this shit right to the now.
You should have bought it already.
Yeah, if you don't have it already,
Listen to this.
if you're not into Queens of the Stone Age, that's cool, man. I'm not saying you have to like them.
Keep your mind open.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, let's go next.
Calypsia, this is where it chills out for again.
Yeah. Collapsia is.
Calypsia.
When does... I love this. Yeah. This song,
Trent Reznor's on this one.
does he sing or? Awesome. When I first heard this
Make
song,
you sing on If I Had a Tail too.
when I first heard this song, it really reminds me, it has a very Pink Floyd-y feel. It reminds me of something off of Saucer Full of Secrets or Adam Heartmother. This is probably one of my favorite songs on this album. You just sort of, I don't know, I picture water, man. Like just
Like a
floating
beach.
around.
The Lighthouse.
It's beautiful. Then it gets fucking out there, man. It's got such a great, it's like so progressive as far as stoner music goes.
The Arctic Monkeys guy played guitar on If I Had a Tail.
Arctic Monkeys, yeah, I haven't heard enough of Arctic Monkeys, but what I have heard I've liked. And then this is Fairy Weather Friends. Who's on this one? Is this an Elton John one?
I think so. Nick Oliveri's doing
Whoops, we had a fuck up. Dog going crazy on the cats. So, where were we? Is this a Elton John one?
I believe he's doing vocals on here. I know Nick Oliveri, the original bass player, is doing vocals on there.
That's cool. See, I miss Nick Oliveri, man. He's the one on the live concert you got where he's just going fucking crazy. No, he's the bass player.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was just going crazy psychedelic as fuck, man, on that steel guitar?
What was his name? He was the guitar player in Perfect Circle.
Oh, okay. That was a sweet ass little guitar notes there.
Troy.
Troy? Boy Band. It's awesome. It's a rockin' CD, y'all. And I love the album cover. Just look at that. Like, it's nothing special. It just, something about it says, don't touch me. You know?
Yeah.
Something about it just says, stay away. Your parents will hate you for it.
But I want this poster. I want this on my wall.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, that can be a movie cover. A movie poster, man. Or an opera.
I love the whole little vampire dude.
Yeah.
He's got like it's like his face is melting.
That's a mask.
Oh, it's a mask. Okay, it's like a skeleton mask.
It's like a Phantom of the Opera kind of deals.
Okay.
What I kind of picked up on it, like it's
Okay.
wearing a vampire thing. And he's holding the girl that's crying tears. But if you're awesome enough to live in a town that has indie record stores, you can pick up the exclusive blue cover vinyl.
Blue vinyl, man, $40. Totally worth it because a limited number of pressings. Don't buy it because I want it. I want all of them. Okay, yeah, so that song rocks. It's a little loud. This is Smooth Sailing. From here on out, man.
This has the Scissor Sisters guy on it.
Fuck yeah, man. Look, I love some Scissor Sisters. I bought their first album when I heard, gonna take your mama out all night. Yeah, we'll show her what it's all about.
I don't even remember.
Digging it, man. Digging that song. Then I bought the album.
Yeah.
Took me a long time to like that album, but it's pretty good. It has the worst Pink Floyd fucking cover I've ever heard. A disco version of Comfortably Numb. Horrible. I love the funky vocals, man.
Yeah. This reminds me of a Muse riff.
Yeah, it does sound musy, man. Especially the guitar sound they're using.
This reminded me
I love how
of the,
drugged up it sounds, man.
This had a Crooked Vulture sound to it.
It does, man. I haven't heard that CD. I need to buy that one. I haven't heard that one since last time I heard you play it.
Badass record.
That's got John Paul Jones on it? Yeah. Oh, I got it right here. Rockin', man. Rockin', dude. Some of the best. I'm glad it's popular. I'm glad something like this can be popular right now.
You won't hear it on the rock stations around here.
Yeah, you won't hear it on the rock stations here. Maybe if you guys somewhere up there, you might hear them.
Like 4 or 5 years ago, I heard
They used to play Queens of the Stone Age on Rock 103 here, because I remember that one girl who sounded like nasally. There was this woman named Jessica Wilde on Rock 103, and they used to have a block every Sunday night at 1 where they played just raw shit you wouldn't hear all day. And at 4 o'clock they had the Guillotine Hour, which was straight up death metal from 4 in the morning to 5 in the morning. Best radio ever. They don't do it anymore. But I remember her always talking about Queens of the Stone Age coming next on The Cutting Edge. That's what it was called, The Cutting Edge. And I just don't remember those songs. It was so long ago. That's where I first heard Rammstein.
they'll play right now, or back when it came out, they played No One Knows and Go With The Flow.
Yeah, Go With The Flow is a little boring to me. I can go
that
with the
is-
flow.
That is a boring song, but it's a good one.
Yeah, it rocks,
Like
but
how-
it's just sort of your average Queen song to me.
because it has that
Meow, 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 meow.
yeah.
This is I Appear Missing.
This video is fucking awesome.
They got a video for it? Sweet.
It's fucking crazy looking. Yeah, I didn't even really want to hear him, but I wanted to watch the music video. And it's been a while since I ever watched a music video for a band. So I watched this. And, so I heard this song and My God is the Sun on this album before I heard everything else. So these, because it only had 10 songs and there was only 8 that was new to me.
Yeah, I will complain that it's a little short, but its average album length, about 45 minutes.
It's short in songs, but it's not short in awesomeness. This fucking album I can still listen to over and over and over.
To me, the songs, they're just the right length, but I could have done with maybe 1 or 2 more songs to make it about an hour long.
Maybe one.
Yeah, maybe 1 more.
Or at least a special edition with better artwork for a CD.
Yeah.
Maybe more artwork and a maybe 1 or 2 bonus tracks.
Because this is disappointing. The only artwork the CD version has is your cardboard slipcover, which is the exact same thing as your disc covers.
You know what's funny? You get the same picture twice. Every picture.
Mine's like that too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't understand. I saw it and I was like, what the hell caused that? Little weird dent right there.
But see, look, it's funny.
It doesn't even open. It's just one fucking piece of paper. You can do better than this.
That same picture.
Oh, that's the same picture there?
Everything is this fucking same. Word from word. Font, layout, it's all the same.
So even all your credits are posted on the back piece and the back of the album cover.
So you get each picture twice, except for what's on the disc.
Yeah, the disc looks cool, man. I like that lightning strike. But apparently the vinyl version has more. I'm gonna have to find the vinyl version. I don't even care if it's the red or the blue one. I just gotta get it. Gotta get it on the finest. Yeah, so the last song is ... Like Clockwork. And it's got some beautiful Elton John piano, man.
And I love that line.
Wake up one day, smell the coffee.
I like that one line he has in here. Most of what you see, my dear, is purely just for show. Because not everything that goes around comes back around, you know. I love that shit. It's funny as hell. He has a humorous way to his writing.
See, like, this is different for some Queens of the Stone Age,
It really
man.
is.
But it's beautiful.
You wouldn't have heard anything like this on any of their previous albums.
Nah.
And it's cool because it's like I can really see him growing as a musician. And I like that in my bands. I like hearing my bands grow.
Because sometimes you can grow, you can do something different and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just sounds fucking weird. Or sometimes bands sort of just stay the fucking same. Offspring, AC/DC.
Weezer, Green Day.
And sometimes I won't complain about a band sounding the same, especially if it's been a good 10 years since I've heard an album from them. I don't mind if it sounds the same then, because I'm glad it still sounds like them. But if you're constantly releasing albums every 1, 2, 3 years, you know, shit gets redundant.
Yeah. That's why this sounds so great.
Yeah, it's so fresh.
It's been 6 years, maybe?
6 fucking years to grow. He's done so much shit. Eagles of Death Metal, Crooked Vultures. They re-released the first album. He's done a lot of shit.
They've been touring their asses off.
And to come back and put out something this amazing and thought out is beautiful, because he was so busy doing other stuff. he was able to take time and like really focus on everything with this album.
And I love this jam right here. This jam is amazing. And that sounds so amazing through my stereo.
Like there is a Pink Floydiness to a lot of this.
Love that.
It's like buried under the Queens.
This is John Theodore.
John Theodore, if you guys listen to Mars Volta, which you know we do, John Theodore's amazing drummer. How many songs was he on here?
This is the only one.
Oh.
But he's touring with them now. He's a member of the band.
Okay, that's badass.
So, can't wait to hear what he's got to do on the next few albums.
Then it all comes back to the piano, man. It gets so crazy and frantic.
This, I love that bass.
Elton John needs to do a stoner rock album.
And I love that thing coming in. I love that. That was like out of nowhere when I first heard it. What was that?
Some good shit. So, any final thoughts, man?
Buy this album?
Pretty much. I'm glad that it's getting a little bit of attention. I'm glad that it sounds different, but still they're not alienating the sound that is Queens of the Stone Age. It's a freaking giant leap ahead of a lot of shit that's out there right now. And it's as good, if not better, than... It doesn't make the other albums sound weak.
No.
But it, to me, is one of the better ones.
It's like all the albums have had a different sound to them.
Exactly.
Because it's
I
always
love
been a
Lullabies.
different
That's been my favorite one
Yeah,
forever.
that was always my favorite one. They've always had a different sound. It's always been a different band on each album.
And I like that when you can have one main guy and he just pulls in friends and shit.
Like he said one time, he could have been in a band like U2 that was the same guys for over 20-something years.
It's
doing
cool
the
to
same
be,
shit.
yeah, it's cool to be the same guys and shit, but it's also cool to just have connections. Call one dude, hey dude, you want to play bass on this song? Yeah man, come on. But that's also a shitload of people who have to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing album. Go buy it.
Buy this disc.
Buy this disc. Buy this disc. Buy my book. Buy my book. We'll see y'all later.